In today's video, we're going to talk about some interesting Blender node generators and modifiers, which can help you create fluids and liquids in Blender, from water droplets to different fluids and things like rivers and water surfaces. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Before we continue, the Blender market is going through the spring sale, with 25% off thousands of products from add-ons, courses, 3D models, and more. And if you don't know where to start, I have in the description of this video a list of some of the best add-ons and courses out there. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. We're gonna start with curve fluids. If you've been wanting to animate fluids in Blender without the usual hassle of MentaFlow or waiting for baking, this setup is a practical alternative. It works by wrapping a fluid-like mesh around a curve and animating it along that path. You have control over basic parameters like radius, thickness, and softness, in addition to animation speed. But it also goes further, with options for spiral motion, curve resampling, and flow customization. And you're not just stuck with a single behavior. You can modify how the fluid interacts with the curve, giving it a more organic motion. There is also support for adding objects into the flow. Particles, bubbles, or even small debris can be integrated smoothly, with the add-on managing distribution, so it looks consistent with the fluid's movement. Next, we're going to talk about Droplet Generator, which is a procedural system for adding water droplets to surfaces in a short period of time. All the geometry is generated through nodes, allowing you to adjust the shape, size, and distribution without manual placement. It also handles proximity checks to avoid overlapping, keeping the droplets spaced out in a more realistic way. There is a built-in shader for controlling how light and shadow interact with the droplets, which adds a bit of realism to the effect. You also have the option to add trails behind the droplets to introduce some variation. Animation support is somewhat limited right now, mainly working with long droplets or flat surfaces, but it is enough for basic scenes. One more practical feature is the ability to convert the droplets into a mesh, which means you can export them to other 3D software, such as Max, Maya, Keyshot, and so on. Moving on, we have CellFluids. This add-on takes a different approach to fluid simulation by using a 2D height field mesh with displacement instead of particle physics. It is essentially a 2.5D method that makes fluid simulations quicker and lighter. Setting things up involves defining a simulation domain and adding objects as inflows, in addition to outflows and obstacles, to control how the fluid moves. It is compatible with both EV and cycles. You can even bake simulations to meshes or export flow maps for use in game engines like Unity and Unreal. The results aren't meant to be hyper-realistic, they are just for quick fluid effects. From KC Sheep, a very popular Blender developer, we have FluidKit. This add-on was made in collaboration with Mio, who got some very interesting add-ons too. Anyways, FluidKit is a geometry node-based animated and static procedural water generator that comes with 300 static water assets and water shaders. This includes 4 animated geometry node water generators and 2 static geometry node water generators, in addition to 4 material assets, and the rest is 300 water model assets, as you can see. From the same developer, we also have Real Water, which is a collection of highly realistic water shaders that can work inside Blender. When this came out a couple of years ago, it was a big deal, and it still is to a certain extent, especially with version 2.0. You simply import the shaders and start playing around with shader settings to get something that you like and the water look that you're going for. But generally speaking, it is really realistic and super pleasant to look at, because it is really well made. Now let's talk about Realtime River Generator. The setup is designed for drawing custom river paths, which then generate animated water flow along the curve. It also includes options for foam, flow speed, and rocks. The tool operates in 2 modes, one for flat curves and another one that adapts to terrains. The interesting thing here is its real-time feedback in Eevee. You can tweak things like river width, speed, and rock distribution, without having to bake simulations, making adjustments a lot faster. The shader is semi-transparent, so if you're planning to render it, using a darker background helps, especially with visibility, while keeping in mind to keep the curve inside the surface. The node tree can be appended to other projects too, so if you set up a river that you like, it is easy to bring it to another scene. While Eevee is the main target for this, you can still get decent renders in cycles, especially for still images. Next we're gonna talk about Aquaflow, which approaches fluid simulation differently. It is entirely built with geometry nodes, so there is no physics simulations here. Instead, it generates particles that move along a curve, which you can customize. From there, the fluid can be meshed, assign collisions, and even have objects assigned to it, like small props or particles. The setup includes several node presets for emissions from curves, surfaces, and even animated objects. There is also a web map feature that fakes surface interactions, which works well for footprint or objects leaving trails. There is a morph option too, which lets you deform geometry in fluid-inspired ways. It is more experimental, and while it's not the most practical for every project, it is interesting to play around with. The main drawback is the lack of fluid filling, or pooling, so it's not suited for things like filling containers. Last but not least, we're gonna talk about Procedural River, and this is a procedural river or stream generator. It is basically a geometry node setup for building rivers and streams directly inside the Blender. You draw the river path, and the system handles the rest, from the water flow to riverbank shaping. Parameters are organized into sections, like river path, and water UVs, keeping things structured and easier to manage. You can adjust river depth, water speed, and even the layout of the banks, without digging too deep into the nodes. It also includes shader options for river foam and texture maps, so you can customize how water interacts with light, whether you want a muddy river bank or a clean mountain stream look. And I think the settings are straightforward to work with. And there you have it, guys. If you are interested in these GeoNode generators and procedural generators, you will find all the necessary links in the description. I hope you guys found this video useful and informative. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. You can also check some of our previous videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.